planet Dolan.
From whether reptiles can change gender to stomachs that might be able to digest themselves, we answer some of your most burning questions about life.
Hey there, my name is Melissa. I'll be reading out the questions and answers.
And I'm Nixium. Danger Dolan asked me to read out some things that are not true, but it's supposed to sound convincing. He told me not to tell you that, but I feel you should understand what you're in for.
The Lonely Potato asks, why do our limbs fall asleep and get that weird tingly feeling?
Well, that's because they're bored. You need to take them on walkies every once in a while. I mean, you wouldn't ignore your dog unless you want it to be fat, right? This is why you have such chunky thighs, you selfish, sexy beast.
When you put enough pressure on your limbs, you cut off its blood supply and prevent your nerves from talking with the brain. When the pressure is removed, your brain receives a bunch of weird messages from the nerves and gets confused and misinterprets those messages by sensations of tingling, warmth, and numbness. Yerli Urioso asks, why is fire red and orange?
This is the color of cold. Notice how it's white, a little bit of blue, and drips of water. This is the color of hot. Can you tell the difference between them? Would you put this in your drink? I think not. If you tried, you would burn your tongue, and that would hurt.
Fire changes color depending on the temperature, the amount of oxygen present, and the chemical composition of its fuel source. A lot of life-based fuel burns this way, even if it's converted to fossil fuel because of these reasons. But you can change the color of it by adding certain chemicals. Lithium, for example, burns pink. Nixion, what exactly is that made of? It looks like... I don't even know what it looks like, but it looks scary.
What, this thingy? They sell a 12-pack of them in molten core for like 20 silver.
Yeah, and what is it?
I think fire elementals poop them. Why?
Kayla Finn asks, what do we know about the earliest recorded language?
The first people didn't have tongues, so they spoke with claps to make up for it. Most people still understand it to this day. That means let me in. That means...
The earliest language we know about originated around 3000 BC, and it's called Sumerian. They used a script that had a phonetic alphabet of abstract shapes and lines that looks quite different to English, but operated in a very similar way. Although their grammar is much more like Korean or Japanese. 7Devils01 asks, is it true that some fish or some reptiles can change their gender?
This only happens when lizards get really emotional and their best friend is dying, so they need to muster the strength from the spirit of the earth. It's beautiful.
Well, gosh, that was unexpected.
Yes, and this happens for a variety of reasons. Some bearded dragons are changing their gender because of the increase in temperature from climate change, whereas most fish change gender when they get to a certain age, or if a female fish is required.
Wait, so how is a female fish required? You sexist or something?
For breeding purposes.
That's beautiful and really weird.
Isabella Diaz asks, why do balloons stick to the wall when I rub my hair against it?
What? You rubbed a balloon on your head? That's super abusive. No wonder it clung to the wall. It was probably holding on for dear life. You're a horrible person. I'm calling the police.
Yeah, police. What do you want?
I need to report some balloon abuse. Now.
We don't care.
When you rub a balloon on your hair or some carpet, it gains a negative electric charge thanks to the hair or carpet being susceptible to losing electrons. Walls normally have a neutral charge, but a strong enough negative charge will rearrange the atoms so they have a positive one, which will attract the balloon until the charge dissipates. Bro123 asks, can your stomach digest itself?
If it does that, it means you're giving it way too many vegetables. I mean, why do you think they taste so bad? It's not because your body doesn't want you to eat something healthy. It's because the stomach would rather eat itself than deal with a Brussels sprout.
Well, your stomach contains one of the most corrosive acids we know of, so if things go wrong, it certainly could. Luckily enough, normally it has cells that coat the lining with the bicarbonate-rich solution that neutralizes the acid, thanks to bicarb being alkaline, the opposite of acid. You don't eat your vegetables, do you?
I do if you consider chicken a vegetable.
You monster! Birds are people too, you know?
Whatever.
But it tastes so good.
Cephas Red asks, if we can't see air, how do we know it's there?
Well, airplanes use air. It's in the name. So why don't we go and ask a pilot? I hear my good friend Dolan knows how to use one of those. So tell me, Dolan, how do they work?
Air. They use air.
Okay, back to you, Melissa.
Believe it or not, we can see air. We see it all the time, but never really stop to think about it. The sky isn't some additional object made of something odd. It's made of air, and we see its blueness during the day when enough light is poured into it. Once the light goes away, it turns transparent, and we can't see it anymore. Can blind people see in their own dreams?
Well, they can, but since they don't know what things look like, everything just ends up looking like Dr. Seuss hired a toddler to draw his fever dreams, and they didn't even finish it. It's terrible.
Well, the small amount of people that are born blind can't see anything in their dreams, since dreaming is your brain making up stuff you already know about. But if you lose your eyesight tomorrow, you won't stop dreaming about seeing things. What did a blind person ever do to you?
They didn't notice my awesome new hairdo.
You're wearing a hood.
That's still super offensive. Hoods have feelings too, you know.
Gaia Crow asks, is mercury a solid or a liquid?
What? That doesn't even make any sense. How would a planet be a solid or a liquid? It's a planet, dummy. It does what it does, and ain't nobody tell it to liquefy or harden up because they got elliptical orbits, yo.
Since there are two types of mercuries in the world, I'll let you know about both. Mercury, the planet, is mostly solid, but it has a partly liquid iron core about 7,500 kilometers deep. The element is a solid at room temperature, but like most elements can be made into a solid, liquid, gas, or plasma. Fluttershy and Pinkie Pie asks, can you burn your eyes?
No, because I said so.